Hello, and welcome to the next lesson. This video is the last step before final rendering, so let's set everything up so you can start rendering your image. Go to the render setup and let's add some render elements that we'll need later on to post-production in Photoshop. We will definitely need volumetrics. In V-Ray, it's V-Ray Atmosphere. Let's also choose an element for masking, wire color, the same name in V-Ray. And finally, I will also choose Z-Depth, which has the same name in V-Ray as you probably remember. Let's set the Z-Depth render element and adjust the values. Let's start interactive rendering to see if this is enough. Let's change the element for Z-Depth. That's nice. We have a nice gradient on this element. I like it. Let's check the wire color as well. We need to know if we have different colors on different objects, so it's easy to select if we need something. Okay, it's good enough. We can select everything we need to. One more thing. We need to add light select to the last light we created, as I forgot to do it in the last lesson. Let's do it now. Let's call it Street Reflections. Okay, I think it will be good to have a separate mask for glass bricks, asphalt and puddles. Let's use this mask render element. For V-Ray, use V-Ray Object ID. I set red to ID 1, green to ID 2 and blue for ID 3. And let's change the object properties now. Select the glass bricks and make it ID 1. Let's do an asphalt ID 2. And puddles ID 3. Let's see the effect. Start interactive rendering. Let's check the correct element. Works great. We have everything we need here. Let's check if the lights on the canopy work fine. Not really, it doesn't look nice. Let's fix it. Isolate the canopy and the lights. And in the top view, create a cylinder. Align it to the light and copy across the whole canopy. Attach all cylinders together to create one object. move it up and use the ProBoolean option from the compound objects. Pick the object from cylinders. Okay, it doesn't work correctly now. Let's try the other option. Detach the polygon from the canopy object. Add a shell modifier to have the thickness. Let's say 10 centimeters. And let's use the ProBoolean option again. Great, it worked. Don't forget about the UVW map modifier. Select all lights and move them up into holes. So you can see just a little bit of the lights. Let's render and see how it looks. Much better. We can adjust the position by changing the Z value. Go to the render setup, uncheck 2.5D displacement if you're not using Corona 7. Additionally, add the V-Ray denoiser element in V-Ray. Set final render settings as in the introductory lessons, unhide all needed layers and start rendering. Please note that Lightmix unfortunately doesn't work with irradiance map in V-Ray, so we need to leave brute force as a primary light. After you finish, don't close the render in the frame buffer as we'll save some options from there as well. So we'll see each other in the next lesson.